everyone! How are we doing today? I hope that everybody is doing well on this fine Saturday evening. Been a bit, hasn't it? Who we got? Kyogre, welcome. Who's ready for an 8+ hour daily life? Dude, I heard it was long, so I didn't know it was 8 hours. That's crazy. Shout out Rip for writing something that long, like, goddamn. Wins, hi, good to see you. Boss Buster, hello. Yippee, I am right on time to watch Star get emotionally wrecked. Dude, I'm so scared. I'm actually terrified. Like, I've heard, I don't know, and I've been able to avoid spoilers, but I know, I've heard stuff gets crazy, so I'm very excited. This is, you're right, this is, Radical, this is Star's first time playing Antebellum. It is my first time since the rebrand, so we got the new layout, we got the new model, all the fancy stuff for Antebellum for the first time, which is exciting. Hi Star, hi Kenneth, good to see you! The daily life is probably gonna be 3, maybe 4 streams, yeah. Yeah, it'll probably take a bit. So, we're slowly getting back into the swing of streaming. Life has just been busy. Not bad, just busy for the past few weeks. But things are hopefully, fingers crossed, starting to settle. Hopefully we do not have any connection issues tonight. Things have been dicey for the past week or so, but I think things are starting to be smoothed out. Do I have anything else? I don't think so, at least not right now. So I think we can go ahead and get started. I'll give like a brief recap on what happened in chapter 1, at least from what I remember. Basically, the premise of this is everybody in this killing game is a criminal. They've committed a crime of some kind. And we are finding out little by little what those crimes are, and there's also like audience participation between chapters where you can actually vote if you think a character is like worthy of redemption or completely corrupt. And in the last chapter, our homeboy Dracul, I guess not Shinku's homeboy Dracul, murdered Mint, who with poison basically. And yeah, that was the gist of it. I think and we found out a few more crimes, so we'll see what the verdicts ended up being on those. Anything else relevant? Oh, also someone died between chapters. Yeah, that might be important. That might be important. I'm sure that'll get addressed in game, but that also happened. Rip Diva. And I think with that we can just probably go ahead and hop in. Let me get my stuff on. Okay. Go ahead and scooch over to gaming. Alright, that looks good on my end. Think we are good to start party rockin'. You guys can let me know if it's too loud or too quiet, but all right. Let us continue. Ooh, loud sound effect. Loading chapter 2. 10 prisoners remain. Well, in a sense.
Well. Look at us. Back here again.
Well.
I know it's been a while. What, a month and a half?
Little longer than that for us, Queen, but in universe.
If it was up to me, we'd be on air again a lot sooner. Unfortunately, we had some small complications to work out after the murder.
You don't say.
Well, you've been left in the dark for a while. so I won't keep you waiting. I'm sure you're eager to know what the prisoners have been up to. Let me catch you up with the prisoners you judged last time. Starting with prisoner 02, Lyra Chattel.
That's my best girl. That's my diva. She did nothing wrong ever except for all the stuff she did do wrong, but it's okay, I forgive her.
With her, it was a bit of a split. Back and forth, back and forth.
If I remember right, her crime was like drug dealing, ? She was definitely a user. And I think it was implied she also dealt them, but it's been a while, so my memory's a teensy bit fuzzy.
She was leaning pretty heavily towards Worthy for a long while. What? Did you think she was pretty or something?
While that would not affect my vote, yes.
Or maybe you just wanted to encourage the cycle she was in. No, I'm not going to judge. All I'm saying is that if you voted her worthy, I'm sure she'd see it as you falling for her facade in the same way her victims did.
So she's not worthy is what I'm gathering.
But slowly over time, the votes seem to shift. It looks like some of you started doing some thinking. Maybe you just wanted to uphold her wishes. Or maybe she just started pissing you off. Whatever the reason was, there was a major shift right near the end. I'm almost convinced there was something fishy afoot. But it's not my job to investigate that.
I wonder if someone campaigned to vote corrupt Lyra and that got traction or something. That's kind of the interesting part because it's like real life things can affect what she's saying. Oh, wow!
Eventually, she was pushed just barely into a corrupt vote with a close-cut 50.2%.
That is close. I'm not too shocked at the result. I'm just shocked it was that close.
Holy shit, you were close to a 50-50, huh? I don't know what we would have done if she landed right in the middle. Being so close to Worthy, despite her corrupt verdict, has definitely seemed to unsettle her a bit. I think she thought if she got corrupt, she could just go about things her own way, which, yeah, she's been doing. But cutting it so close has clearly made her do some thinking. Her confidence in her own actions has definitely been shaken.
Kenneth, thank you for the 2. Amelia makes me feel conflicted. Anyone else? I don't have, enough of a read on Amelia yet as a character to have a very strong opinion on her. I'm sure she's very lore relevant and stuff, but she's been in a few scenes. I just don't have a super strong opinion on her yet.
Obviously, she thinks some of you just wanted to take away her agency and disrespect her wishes once again. Or just voted her worthy because you thought she was hot. But I think you've definitely thrown her off. She's been forced to think, even if she denies it.
That's probably a good thing. I don't know what I would have voted. I've never been caught up enough to participate in any of the votes. So I might have been able to make this one if I streamed Chapter 2 earlier, but I unfortunately did not have the time. I don't know what I would have voted, though.
She started to seriously reconsider the way things have gone so far, not just discarding people's belief that she can get better, as them just being deceived by her somehow. Despite this, she's still corrupt, even if it's just slightly, meaning her access to kitchen supplies, medication, and the showers have been restricted. And her cell has been stripped. Not that it bothers her, she's been crashing in another prisoner's cell.
Zeke, if I had to guess.
The same prisoner who's helping her effectively circumvent her corrupt verdict, helping her get food, showers, and whatever else she needs like a loyal puppy dog.
That's gotta be Zeke, right?
That person being prisoner 03, Ezekiel Elias.
Yup. I wonder what his crime is. That would be an interesting one.
It seems after 11's death, he needed someone else to latch onto.
That's crazy.
Or at least he wanted to make sure that no one else left him.
Wow, okay. Diabolical clock.
Which has led to some fascinating developments, really. Him and 02 have started dating, and have made this relationship very clear to the other prisoners, telling them that they kiss on the mouth and stuff.
Yeah, because that's what I say when I'm totally dating someone. I say we kiss on the mouth and stuff. Zol, thank you for the membership. Welcome back. Thank you. Good to be back. Really good to be back.
I'm sure I don't even need to tell you how much this all pisses off Ismene. In light of what happened to Prisoner 12, Lyra has become her favorite target.
Tea?
The dating thing, circumventing the corrupt effects by sleeping in Zeke's room, all of it makes her incredibly angry. Although, as Zeke's always with Lyra, she almost never has a chance to teach her a lesson. But most of the other prisoners think it's just for audience approval. But who's to say?
They're a showmance.
I'd rather just move on from that whole dumpster fire and move on to our next prisoner. Prisoner L4, Takiko Uchiyama.
Takiko, if I remember correctly, she was like a cyber bully in the sense of like, she had like a super parasocial fan base and she would send her fan base after people like to cancel them and stuff. And that like led to a lot of people either being like harassed off the internet or worse, sometimes dying, like if I remember correctly. I feel like I would need more context. That's the problem with a lot of these. From what I remember of the crime announcements, there just was not a lot of context, which made it very hard for me to determine a vote. Oh, this one was close too.
It seems our youngest prisoner struck a nerve with you all. As soon as the votes dropped, she almost immediately got corrupt, with her verdict steadily balancing out and eventually landing on 51% corrupt.
So, thank you very much for the 2. Gotta go catch up and have an amazing stream. I will, thank you. Have a great night. Appreciate it.
What? Did it hit a little too close to home? I mean, I don't really know how much you can judge her sending her fan base to harass people when you actively vote to make people's lives worse, but I guess you can say it's totally different.
LOL.
Well, whatever you need to say to make yourself feel better about it. Takiko tried for a while. She really did. She kept talking to the cameras, kept trying to cheer up your days, kept trying to help others. But after her verdict came in, something changed.
Ooh, has she gone mask off? Wait, that would be kind of fire. I kind of want to see that.
She still looks at the cameras, but she's completely silent. She just stares. I think she feels betrayed. But she always knew this was going to happen. There's been a shift in her behavior overall. Having such restricted access to basic amenities has been exhausting. She barely has the emotional energy to help the other prisoners anymore.
Is no one helping her? I thought people liked her, but maybe not enough to...
Not that it matters much. Most of them have completely discarded her.
Wow, brutal.
If Fu wasn't locked away in his cell, he might try to help, but I don't think she'd accept it.
Oh yeah, Fu did try and like kill... Who was it? Was it Taka? It was Taka last chapter, which... That's a whole other mess. We're not gonna get into that right now.
Sure, Santil still tries her best to be friends with Takiko. She says she doesn't blame Takiko for her crime. Santil seems to say a lot of things, is what I'm noticing. But naturally, they are spending less time with Takiko than they were before. After all, Takiko needs to spend a lot of the day finding someone to help them eat and stuff. But Takiko getting corrupt has made Santil rethink how harsh they were with Taka. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy.
I do have to wonder, with how, like... I don't want to say judgmental, but I can't think of a better word off the top of my head. Asuka was when Taka's crime got revealed. Their crime can't be any worse, right? I wonder what their crime is, because either they're like a massive flaming hypocrite, or their crime is like way, way less severe than what Taka's was. Which, if I'm remembering correctly, Taka was like a really shitty boss and like abused labor laws and stuff.
I suppose some of you will see that as a win, though, won't you? Well, I'm sure you'll also be delighted to know that despite Ismene being mostly preoccupied with Lyra, Takiko wasn't entirely spared. It's nowhere near as crazy as Ismene has gotten with other prisoners. Dracul's death in the incident with Prisoner 12 has dampened her a little bit, but Takiko got that sweet, sweet lesson you wanted her to get. A few times, Ismene left any food Takiko didn't eat in Takiko's empty cell, believing Takiko hasn't a right to be wasteful when she's getting help from others, leaving Takiko to clean it all up before it rots. Which was pretty cruel, considering the corrupt verdict made Takiko lose almost all her appetite, so she's not been eating a lot. She's become pretty withdrawn overall. I'm not certain she's the biggest fan of you anymore. She's not too keen on being placed on the same level as Lyra and Maiko. There hasn't been any positive improvements in her behavior. If you were hoping to teach her a lesson or whatever, I don't know what you were expecting. All she's got is her views on the world confirmed, discarded by the other prisoners now that she's no longer useful, and an empty cell full of rotten food.
Damn.
Although, unlike Lyra, Ismene has almost completely stopped harassing her after the incident with Prisoner 12. I keep alluding to that incident.
Yeah.
How about we move on to it? Although I'm sure you already guessed some of the details.
Oh wow, this was not
Molly
close.
Yuzuki, who you judged as corrupt by a whopping 78.5%.
If I'm remembering right, Molly's crime was like she was in love, question mark, or at the very least like obsessed with this other girl. And so she would like essentially sabotage everybody else, all this girl's competition and stuff, in order to let her idol get ahead, basically.
Attempted suicide soon after her verdict.
Yep.
She couldn't handle living in a world where there was no chance her precious Yui would ever forgive her, and I'm sure the bullying from Ismene didn't help. But luckily, or unluckily for you,
she did survive.
She was saved.
Okay. Interesting. So Molly is alive. That's good. I feel like it would be way more interesting if she survived than to just have her, like, die off camera between chapters. So, glad she's alive.
Allura stepped in and provided Molly with medical attention, keeping her alive. Since then, a few policies have been put in place by Allura. Everyone will continue to call her Maiko instead of Molly, as she does.
So they're basically, like, treating her with kid gloves.
Some prisoners have gripes about how much this 28-year-old is being coddled. But I guess it's better than her trying. She seems shaken by the incident. And one prisoner in particular has taken her under his wing. But I'm sure you'll see who exactly that is soon.
Oh god, is it like... It's probably freaking Shinku.
Either way, I think that catches you up on what you've missed. Things are kind of going to shit, huh? It's kind of fun, in its own messed up way. Anyway, I'll leave you to watch the stream now. That's what you're really here for, right? Although, if I could just say something. Like, I know I told you all to be more harsh on the prisoners last time, but 3 corrupts is pretty fucking harsh, huh?
Stream break? I hope not. Sometimes we've been having internet, I don't want issues, I guess is the right word. Sometimes it stutters a little bit, so if there's lag or something, that is probably why. I'm hoping it's not too stream breaking, but
now, like, I'm not against it. I just think it's kinda curious how it's the all-girls set of crimes that get the triple corrupt. Go figure.
LOL.
Whatever. Not like I care.
I'm gonna try to remember. Last time, Mint was voted worthy, which really surprised me. Ismene was voted worthy, which did not really surprise me all too much, if I remember correctly, and... Oh god, who was the... Oh, Taka was corrupt, which surprised me a little bit.
Enjoy your stream. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
I don't remember what my exact reactions were, but... Ahem. I'll be the first person to admit I didn't handle Jakul and Mint's deaths the greatest. Even if I hadn't known them for all that long, their absence was unbearable. So, save for spending a lot of time with Ismene, I'd spent a majority of my time cooped up in my cell. Admittedly, I was scared of getting killed. Others, like Dr. Elanius and Taka, had taken the tragedy of it all in stride and used it as motivation to push forward with working on escape plans. Kenneth, thank you for the 2. Love you, Amelia. I mean, what? I mean, you do you. I'm not here to judge. Maddie, thank you for being a member. Mint, come back. I miss you. I miss Mint as well. Mint was fun while he was here. But I wasn't as strong as that. Perhaps I was just a coward. Yet, something had changed recently. Maiko's attempt was a very harsh wake-up call. Seeing her like that, in the infirmary, it all felt far too familiar. Maybe it was just me selfishly trying to make up for past mistakes, but wasn't it implied... I don't remember if they said it or not, but it was definitely implied that, like, Shinku's sister also offed herself, and so he's probably, like, having flashbacks. I never wanted to lose someone like that ever again. Perhaps that's why, these past few weeks...
Maiko.
Are you done yet? Or do you need me to come in and turn on the water again? Oh, no, I'm all good. Just drying off my hair. Heh, I'll be out in a second. I'd found myself doing whatever I could to support Maiko. Alright, take your time. Of course, everyone was keeping an eye on her after the attempt, but I'd found myself almost constantly around her. Which meant she'd gotten quite attached to me. Uh-oh. Phew. I guess you were right. I do feel a lot better after showering. Told you so. I know it could seem like a big task after a few weeks of not, but when you get there, it's really not that bad. I know. It's just hard getting the energy. I guess I just build it up to be this whole big thing in my mind. It must seem pretty silly and gross to you, huh? I mean, it's just a shower. It's not a big deal. You shouldn't have had to deal with... It's not about if I should or shouldn't, Mai. I'm doing this because I want to help you. You really shouldn't waste all this kindness on someone like me. Didn't she, like, allegedly have crushes on... Who was it? It was Fu? It was... Shinku, question mark, and there was one other guy. Was it Dracul? I don't think... It wasn't Zeke, it wasn't Mint. I don't think it was Taka. I'm pretty sure it was Dracul. Really, it's not a waste. Still, I'll try not to be so stubborn about staying in my cell next time. That must have been really annoying. What time is it now, anyway? It's about 1 p.m. Really? Oh, jeez. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with the model lag. I'd really appreciate it if you would actually connect. That would be awesome. Okay. We might be okay. For a bit. Is something wrong with that? It's just... never mind. I'm just being silly and stupid, like usual. Maiko, what's up? Who takes a shower at 1 p.m? Ugh, you must have been trying to drag me out of my cell forever. I should really just be normal about this. There's nothing wrong with a 1 p.m. shower. Hey now, you got up before midday. If you ask me, that's a major improvement. You should focus on that. I guess, but I feel like anyone can do that. We were interrupted by a pair of voices echoing down the halls, headed in our direction.
Zeke?
Oh my god, slow down. Jesus, it's still so early. Come on, Zeke.
Oh, wah.
Don't give me that. You were the one who wanted to wash your hair. Can you just get in the shower so I can get on with my day? Literally, when did I say that? Last night, you did your whole, Zeke, if I don't wash my hair tomorrow, I'm gonna actually literally kill myself. I swear to God. Meh. Yeah, huh. That does sound like me. And I know if we don't do this now, you're gonna bitch about it all day and get all pissy at everything just because your hair is slightly greasy. Aw, you know me so well. Too well, if you ask me. Yeah, whatever. I'll only take 10. Don't you worry, princess. Shut the hell up. Good afternoon, you two. Oh my god, it's your favorite person. Just as I thought, this morning couldn't get any better. Since the verdicts came out, these two had seemingly been stuck to each other's side. Much to Ismini's annoyance, Zeke was letting Lyra sleep in his cell and was basically doing whatever she wanted. Through him, she could circumvent almost any downside her corrupt verdict gave her. Which is probably why she didn't seem all that bothered by her verdict. More relieved than anything. It was almost as though it just confirmed all of her beliefs about herself and gave her free rein to continue being the bad person she saw herself as without having to think too hard about anything. Or at least, I think that's what she wanted us to think. Oh, it's afternoon, not morning. Okay, well, we just woke up, so it's morning to us. Right, okay, whatever you say. You two done in the showers, or are you still going? 'Cause I don't mind waiting, you're good. Oh, no, Maiko just finished. You're good. Sweet, I'll call you when I need to turn on the water, Z. Yeah, whatever. Lyra slipped into the shower room, leaving Zeke standing outside of it. He tended to prefer not being in there for all that long these days. Yeah, I wonder why. Are you two okay? You sounded like you were fighting. What? No, we just talk like that. Oh, I see. I guess I just didn't expect you two to get to the old married couple bickering stage so quickly. Yeah, well, you know how it is. Women. Yeah? Yeah. Yes, Zeke's misogyny coming in once again. Well, I hope that no matter what happens, you continue to make each other happy for many, many years to come. Right. I think I hear Lyra calling me, so I'm gonna go. Turn on that water now. Zeke seemed to quickly slink away into the shower room after Lyra, a weird shift in his demeanor. Wow, they're so cute. I'm so happy for them. Finding love in a situation like this. Shinku's like, girl. Maiko, you don't actually think they're... Yeah, I know. I'm not stupid. But I think, even if it's unlikely to work out here, it's so romantic that they want to still... that they still want to try despite it all. I'm not gonna burst her bubble on that one. Regardless. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Do you want to join me? I think I'm good for now. Alora says she wants to give me a checkup this afternoon, and she said she'll bring food. So I'll wait until then. Alright. Do you have anyone you can spend time with? I'll try and figure something out, but I really don't mind having some alone time. I didn't want to overwhelm her by constantly being around her. I appreciated she likely wanted some space herself, and at least Dr. Elenius would be watching over her later. I'd felt a lot more at ease leaving her alone recently, since her attempt Ismini had laid off her and the other corrupt prisoners a lot more. It had seemingly shaken her quite a bit. Okay, I trust you. Just come get me if you need me. I don't want to bother you, Shinku. Maiko, once again, it's never a bother. I want to help. I know. I'll catch you later, alright? Take care. See you later, Shinku. Switching to shower cams, bye. I made my way over to the canteen to get some lunch, finding a pair I'd gotten quite familiar with standing by one of the tables. A strange collection of objects, tanks, and boxes assembled on top of it. Almost as soon as I was noticed, one of the pair came bounding over to me, excitement clear in his wide blue eyes. Oh, it's Taka and Alora, probably.
Stinky poo.
What voice did I give this guy? It was like... Shinku, look what we found. I don't know, we're gonna go with that. Taka started pointing to a small glass box filled with various pieces of foliage, and are those frogs? Pretty epic, right? We found these slippery little guys in the courtyard. Oh, they have, like, real frogs in the courtyard? Okay. Huh. How on earth did they end up there?
It's simple, really.
There were some tadpoles in the pond when we first arrived. I'm surprised so many survived until adulthood. That's pretty neat. I just hope we won't get to a point where we have to eat them. What? No! No. We are not eating my babies. Not my precious babies. Alora, you tell him. No one is going to eat the frogs. You're fine. Well, then why are you keeping them? It's simple, really. With a little bit of effort, they could assist me in mapping out the sewage systems in the prison. Understanding how they're laid out will be vital in finding an alternative route out of here. I see. I'm not really sure how that would work. But Dr. Elanius was the one with the doctorate here, not me, so I wasn't gonna question it. You see, these adorable, slimy babies will be our spies. They'll help us break out of here one ribbit at a time. Isn't that right, Woman the Frog? Oh, right, doesn't Taka, like, suck ass at naming stuff? Like, wasn't his fish named, like, Man the Fish or something? That's great. Dr. Elanius wasn't usually so open with her plans. I suppose she must have been pretty confident in this one. But I couldn't dwell on that thought too long as I heard a voice humming through the halls, drawing closer to the canteen. And I clearly wasn't the only person who heard it, as Dr. Elanius promptly gave Taka the tank of frogs to hold. Anyway, if you could take these to the lab as soon as possible, that would be great, Takahiro. I need to begin my testing soon. Of course! Right away. Taka took the tank in his arms and turned to leave, immediately facing the person who had just entered. Asuga. Uh-oh. Asuga. Hi. Oh, hey, Taka. Huh. Wait. What's that you're carrying? Are those frogs? We found them in the courtyard. Pretty cool, don't you think? Jeez, would you look at them? They're so little. Oh my god, look at their little legs. They're your favorite animal, right? Duh. Sorry, I can't go back, but favorite was spelled with a U, and that's how you know Rip is British, or at least in the UK. How could anyone hate them? I mean, look at their big ol' eyes. Remember back in Hope's Peak? We used to sneak into the science labs all the time under the guise that you were filming some sort of segment for your show. They kept on wondering where all the frogs for dissection kept disappearing to. It's a wonder they never caught us freeing them. Guess we just made quite the team, huh? We did have a lot of fun back then, didn't we? And you were always on board with making sure they didn't get hurt. I always felt bad releasing them into the wild, though. I mean, it was probably best, but I wish I could have taken them back to the troop and taken care of them. Well, if you like. Alora says we have to keep breeding them to make sure we have enough, so, maybe we could take care of them. Together? Asuga looked away from the frogs for a brief moment and up at Taka, blinking for a moment before a small smile curled on the corners of their lips. Sure, why not? Really? I mean, that's great. That's so... I mean, you're great. I mean, You're so smooth, Taka. You're so smooth. Don't fumble. Frogs! Yeah! Frogs. I have to take them to the lab first, but after that, do you mind if I put them in your cell? Just because mine is kind of empty right now. It's certainly no place to raise some frogs, and not to mention it would be awful if Ismini did something to them, so... Only if you don't mind, that is. I don't have an issue with it. I'd be happy to have the little guys. Of course! I'll put them right there in your cell as soon as we're done. I'll knock first, of course. Yes! I do not remember Taka being this flustered around them last chapter. Brother is down bad. But cool. Well, I guess I'll see you later, Taka? I'm just gonna check on my washing real quick. See you later. Yes, please. Okay, bye. Have a good day. Enjoy your washing. I hope it's great. Sure. I hope it's great, too. Asuka laughed awkwardly and walked through. Taka turned to watch them leave with the biggest, stupidest oh, brother! Brother! Taka looked down at the cage of frogs, the same smile on his face. Woman the frog, you are getting the biggest, fattest worm when we get back to the lab. Mark my words. Taka giggled to himself and rushed out of the room, holding the frogs with glee. Oh, he want that cookie. I looked back at Dr. Elenius, who had a small little smile on her face. You did that on purpose, didn't you? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Kutsuki. There's no way those frogs have anything to do with any sort of escape plan. Of course not. Tell you the truth, I've already mapped out the sewage system of this place. I'm currently trying to figure out the ventilation system. But Takahiro doesn't need to know that, does he? You actually care about him quite a bit, don't you? Alola let out a sigh, turning back to her remaining boxes of supplies. I care about reducing potential conflict in the prison. That's all. She's so based. She's so based. I meant it when I said I wanted to ensure no one else had to die. Well, whatever you say. Ah, right. That reminds me. I put the schedule for who's watching Wang when... Well, that's a sentence. I put the schedule for who's watching Wang when up on the bulletin board in the hallway. I put you on for this evening. I do hope that's okay. Fine by me. Do you want me to bring him food as well? If you could, please do. Alright, will do. Good luck with the rest of your work for the day. I think your assistant might be a little occupied for a while. Thank you. Do stay safe. My Takasuga. These comments. I wonder if they're like... It would be really funny if the stream comments were like real comments from beta readers. That would be really funny. After grabbing a quick bite to eat, I went back to the hallway to check the schedule Alora had set up for the next few days. It's Zeke.
So,
Wang watch.
I've got the night watch today, and the morning shift Thursday. Alright.
Wang watch. Dr. Elenius had been cycling organizing when we'd each be watching Fu since he was locked up in his room a month ago. A month. He'd been well behaved since the stabbing, but we'd all rather be safe than sorry. Still, since we were unable to physically lock Fu's cell, we'd each had to take turns acting as a physical guard, which some people were growing tired of. You're telling me in a month they couldn't, like, rig any kind of physical lock? Huh. I didn't really mind it. Fu wasn't entirely unpleasant to be around. If anything, I always found it quite easy to talk about my issues with him, even if I really shouldn't. Turn down the music a smidgen. I guess I'm just surprised that Alora could, like, homebrew a bomb in the first day, but we can't make a lock. But before I could dwell on it much longer, a fairly frustrated Ismini huffed over to my side and scribbled out her Monday shift.
Ismini. I assume you just finished? How was it?
Oh, just wonderful.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Hey, at least it's only a few hours at a time. I don't care about guarding Fu. That's easy. That's fine. In fact, it's delightful, shockingly. Oh, then why are you upset? Because every time I have a shift, I'm not able to keep an eye on things around here. And some people take that as an opportunity to walk around this prison like they own the godforsaken place. Oh, I can practically hear her laughing at me. She thinks she's so much better than me because she's found a way to circumvent her entire judgment through that idiotic excuse for a man. And what does he even know? He's not going to help her at all in the long run. You saw what happened to the last person he tried to protect, and they think I'm so unreasonable for being so bothered by this? If we just keep letting her do what she wants and treating this game like a frat party, then she'll either drink herself to death or get someone wrapped up in her reckless behavior and killed. Right. While Ismini had almost entirely laid off Maiko after her attempt, she'd found herself a new target. Lyra. I'm not trying to just be cruel or unreasonable. I just think that if she doesn't realize the gravity of her crime, if she doesn't think about it, then someone is going to get hurt. And yet, I'm the crazy one? Me. You don't think I'm unreasonable, do you, Shingu? Well, I mean, I get where you're coming from. Exactly. But when I bring it up to them, it's suddenly all, Ismini, what's your damage? Why can't you stay out of other people's lives? You've left Taka and Maiko alone. Of course I left Maiko alone. I'm not insane. Christ. And at least Taka has actually shown signs of improvement. Why would I keep harassing him when he's actively helping the group now? Do they think I'm stupid? I'm not stupid. And then I realized I found myself defending Taka, hero of all people, and I'm starting to question how we even got to this point. Ugh, they just drive me crazy. Maybe you just need to take a step back from it all? I don't trust what might happen if I take a step back. I can't just sit around and do nothing. Not after what happened to Mint. Not after what happened to... Ismini fell quiet and looked away for a moment, a silence lingering in the air. Well, I suppose it's none of my business. I just tend to stress about these things. Perhaps irrationally. Whatever happens, we'll have each other, okay? You can't control what other people do, Ismini, so there's no use stressing about it. Just focus on keeping yourself safe and content. Live, laugh, love. I know. Perhaps I'm a little restless. I've been trying to keep my mind off things. I get that, but try not to overdo it, alright? Alright. I'll just try to not stress about it. It's not my business. Right, I left I left Takiko to her own devices recently, and she's been... quiet. I think I'm going to go to the library to get my mind off of things. I'll talk to you later. Alright, Shingu? Alright. I'll see you later, Is. Ismini paused just before she left, turning back to me briefly. Oh, is Maiko doing okay? As well as she can be. I got her to take a shower at least. She smiled a little bit, clear relief in her face. I'm glad. Ismini left down the hall. She was clearly still tense, but trying to calm herself down. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't also a little apprehensive of whatever was going on between Lyra and Zeke. Especially after Mint. I get it. I turned to face the small girl who'd been watching me and Ismini speak.
Huh?
I get why she's frustrated. It can be quite exasperating to see someone you want to be okay do things you think are just gonna harm them. Especially when you think that you could somehow help them yourself. But I don't think she realizes that sometimes you just need to let people make mistakes. Holding tighter onto people, or being too firm because you think you know better, just strains things most of the time. If someone wants to do something, they'll do it, even if it will hurt them.
Yeah, well, try telling Ismini that.
Exactly. She'll do this no matter what you say. Trying to stop her is just going to strain things between the two of you. And who knows how that'll turn out in the long run. Still, sitting by and telling people to make mistakes can hurt a lot. Sorry, sitting by and just letting people make mistakes can hurt a lot. So it's kinda a lose-lose situation, huh? Suppose so. Something was different about Takiko since her crime came out. I couldn't really place my finger on it, but she felt a lot more honest. Yeah, she's going mask off. I did miss her peppy old self. Her smile used to be enough to brighten up my day. Now she was just off all the time. Wow, Shinku, I'm so sad for you. This must really suck for you, Shinku. Maybe that's why I've been avoiding her more. Or just the fact I was busy taking care of Maiko. Just saw Taka walking by all giddy. He seemed to be having fun. I wonder what happened. I still think he and Asuga are starting to repair things. They agreed to take care of some frogs together. Is that so? I imagine it's gonna be rocky for a bit, but I think this has been a long time coming since the trial. I'm glad for them. I hope it works out. I think it'll make them both happier. Well, time will tell, won't it? Takiko smiled slightly and walked past me into the canteen to presumably get some lunch. I really did hope Taka and Asuga would be able to repair things. I knew it would take a while, but the fact they were able to talk to each other again was an amazing first step. I was glad to see others like Takiko and Dr. Elenius were rooting for them as well, even if it didn't work out in the end. Maybe seeing her friend so happy would help get Takiko out of whatever slump or corrupt verdict had gotten her in. Help her get her appetite back. I figured Ismini laying off her would do something, but I think it's just something she's gonna have to figure out on her own at this point. What does Takiko even do? Bruh, be nice! After my chat with Takiko, I made my way to my cell. Something felt different in the prison recently. I felt like it was only so long until the cat started meddling with us again. I'd been here around a month last time before the cat introduced the hostage motive. I was certain. A month is a super long time, by the way. Like, this killing game in universe is long as fuck. I was certain if no one was killed for another week, the cat would take action. Until then, I was determined to maintain my peace. So I turned to my desk, ready to settle in for a session of writing, when... Oh boy. Yubi. Hello, Shinku!
Why do you always do this? It's like you cherry pick the moments I want to be alone.
Bitch, I can't cherry pick when there's a whole orchard of time you spend alone.
Just, ugh, what do you want this time? Is this about me being cooped up recently? It's like, go do your free time.
Well, yes, kinda. Like, I know that purple guy you really liked died or whatever, but it's also been 3 weeks. Can you, like, get over it? The viewers are bored of you grieving.
Purple guy. Someone died, Mononeko. 2 people. I think it's reasonable for me to grieve. I just want to be alone right now.
At what point does it stop being reasonable and start being attention-seeking?
Are you serious? Do our lives mean nothing to you at all? Both of them. Mint, Dracul, they had families. They had lives to go back to, and now they're...
Appeal to emotion. Argument invalid.
What?
Bottom line is, I don't care. Most of you are gonna be dead by the end of this.
You can't just drop that so casually.
Your lives only matter to me and how much they bring in views. When you stop doing that, I don't have much reason to keep you on air.
You know, telling me how little I mean to you really isn't gonna make me want to do what you want.
Okay, well, think of it like this. You only live once, so you might as well try and at least get some action before you kick the bucket.
Why would you want me to do anything when this whole thing is being streamed?
I don't know. I'm not gonna judge what you're into. You're all adults.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
If you're so insistent on not hanging out with anyone, then there is one way you could stay in your sad little cell and still make good content.
Mono Neko hopped off my desk to reveal he'd left a large box of tapes and a tape recorder on it.
Listen to every Jigsaw tape.
Hello, Shinku. I want to play a game. Oh, okay, it's like an audio diary. Never mind.
If you want to stay in your cell, do me a favor and record some interesting inner thoughts or anything interesting on these tapes.
Huh? Why would you need that?
Talking head segments, duh. Cutaways for when we make the edited version of the stream with just the best bits.
Not the cutaway gag. Hey, Shinku.
Hey, Shinku, this reminds me of the time we...
You're going to edit this whole thing down?
Duh! Everyone just wants their content shorter and shorter these days. As long as we get the basic gist of things, it shouldn't really matter if we cut out the parts where not much is happening. Do you not know the first thing about content creation, Shinku?
He is a writer, so he should know about, like, pacing and stuff. This just feels a bit strange for a snuff stream.
Little talking head segments and personal tapes will do wonders to make the cuts less jarring and edit things to have a nice, consistent narrative.
That's not the part I find strange.
Anyway, I'll leave you to decide what to do. I'm gonna drop these tapes off to a few others still. Have fun! Oh, by the way, if you have anything you want to say about Dracul, or Mint, or really any of the male prisoners, please do share them on the tapes. Viewers always care way more about you guys than the girls.
Me with Lyra as my favorite character.
If you double down on your friendship with Dracul, pretend it meant more than it did. You could use that grief to make yourself all compelling and pitiful. As long as your mourning is entertaining, people will eat it up. When your mourning is just being stuck in your room and all low energy all the time, it's really boring. Give them something to work with.
Shinku is about to jump this cat.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You should be happy. You already have such an advantage compared to the others. If you don't feel comfortable with that, I suppose you could settle for talking about the girls. You've been close to Molly recently, no? Shinku, the horse is here. Huh, now that I think about it, she's kind of like Dracul, isn't she? Chubby, trapped in her own little world, unwilling to face reality. Now, I'm not saying you have a type, Kutsuki, but...
Crash out, crash out.
Ah, don't look at me like that. I wasn't making an accusation, just pointing out a funny little coincidence. Anyway, see you soon.
Mono Neko jumped up through the vents, leaving me with the tapes. I suppose I could record one, or I could get out of my room and spend time with someone else. Either way, I had time to kill before it was my turn to watch Fu. Alright, let's save. Recording tapes, what does this do? Okay, I get popularity. However, if you record too many tapes, it should be entirely fine if you do it in moderation. Okay. Let's save, just in case I mess up on the free time events. I'm not having a repeat of... Okay. Oh, the little drawings. This is so evil. Alright, who are we gonna go harass today? Alora's tempting. What you got for me, queen? Ah, Kutsuki. Prepared for your watch tonight? Yeah, how's your shift going? Any complications? None so far. I've given him a shower, so no need to worry about that. It's almost concerning how good his behavior's been recently. I was anticipating more resistance. I'm gonna agree with her, it is suspicious. It is a little suspicious, isn't it? Almost makes me wonder if he's doing it intentionally to get us to lower our guard around him. Precisely, which is why we can't afford to slip up. Rest assured, I'll keep an eye on him. I'll leave you to it. Alright, did I mess up and I can't talk to her? Alright, cool. Who else is... Oh, wow. Akiko Cell. Cool. Laura. Whee! Asuga. Oops. Oh, fuck. Well, good thing we saved. I don't know what that was, but... Hold on. Y'all want Takiko? We could go hang out with Takiko. I would be down for that. I do think we should maybe go for someone who was in the verdict. Loading. Let me know who y'all want while I'm looking around. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Wardens, I didn't know we could go in here. What's up? What do I want? No! I don't want to hang out with Amelia. Sorry. Oh, it's Zeke. Zol, thank you for the dono. OMG, I'm gonna catch up. I forgot this was pre-Digivolution. Anyway, hope the stream continues to be great and the game crashed. It's all good. It's all good. We saved. Thank you very much. It's going well so far. Freaking Zeke. Being an awesome kiss... This line. Being an awesome kick-ass boyfriend and getting my hot girlfriend who I kiss on the mouth food. Brother cannot cook. Explain the metric system. Leave him be to burn the food. Do it for him. Let's explain the metric system because I think that would piss him off and it'd be funny.
Well, you see, the recipe you're using likely uses the metric system when referring to cooking temperature.
Yeah, save your stupid for Isabel. I know how to do it myself. Okay. But I figured it would make him pissy. And I need to go around here. Nobody's in the gym. Asuga. Would you do it? Ooh, damn. I'm gonna say that because that's crazy. Would you do this for Taka? He also got corrupt. Huh? Man, you've got it wrong. That wasn't about his verdict and wouldn't let the audience shape my opinions. Sorry for assuming. It's alright. And we made her mad. Okay, I think we've done the rounds over here. Oh wait, there's these rooms. Okay, so we checked out that side. Wait, no. No. This way. Let's talk, I swear whenever I do free time, I will find literally everybody except like the 1 or 2 people I actually want to talk to. Oh, there's Maiko / Molly. Ah. Lyra. Low-key, that might be everybody except Takiko. Look in the church. Where is that? I don't quite have this map memorized. Since when did we have a church? Unless, again, my memory is so bad that is very possible that I just forgot, but... Next to the garden? Okay. Okay, that's the garden. So if it's next to the garden... Is it like down here? Is it through... Oh, wait, is this it? Dude, I didn't even know this was in here. I don't think I've ever been in here, low-key. Okay, cool. Hey, Diva. Takiko, what are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, Shinku. Nothing. I'm not really religious. I guess I just wanted to go somewhere quiet.
Statues are nice, aren't they?
Angels. That's what Molly wanted to become, isn't it?
He's like,
People have this idea. Angels are meant to be pure, devoid of all ill intent, perfect and flawless. Because they're meant to be above human vices. But in reality, angels are destructive, ruthless, and beyond all human emotions, including empathy. I wonder if she wanted to become one to be above everything. I think she just wanted to stop feeling anything. I get that.
I think we probably shouldn't speculate on that sort of thing. Seems distasteful.
If you ask me, I think it was one of those cases where she didn't want to die. She just wanted to disappear. Do you get what I mean?
Let's say we understand it. See if that's the right answer.
Of course you do.
What's that meant to mean?
I think everyone feels that way. But in the end, you have to live with whoever you are. You can't disappear. You just have to find ways to make life livable for yourself.
Is that why you did what you did?
Would you have preferred I reached my breaking point?
No, absolutely not. Takiko seemed a little stunned at how quickly I responded. Look, I don't agree with or understand your crime. It seems incredibly cruel to me, but no matter how cruel you were, I'm glad you're alive. When you are doing well, you can brighten up so many people's days. I know you've gotten others through some tough times. That line was a red flag. If you weren't alive, I'm sure things would be a lot worse for a lot of people.
I didn't know you found talking to me that important.
If I'm honest, it's been a little tricky going without it for- Oh, yeah. Never mind, it comes back to you, Shinku. Every time I think Shinku's making a decent point, I'm reminded that this is Shinku. I know you're going through... I know you're going through a lot right now, but I hope you can go to a point where you feel comfortable being happy again. I miss talking to you. Something in Takiko seemed to shift slightly, her demeanor changing. I just think it's telling that Shinku, like, is only willing to talk to her when she's happy.
If you really need it, Shinku, we can chat right now. I don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it. I'd really like that, actually. If you're sure you'd be okay with it.
Sure.
Takiko had become distant since her verdict, separating herself from the core group. While before, she was always checking in on others and doing what she could to maintain group harmony, now she didn't seem to have the energy to do that. And Shinku, instead of being like, maybe I should support her since she's always been supporting others, is just like, she's not cool to be around anymore, she's really bumming me out, so I'm also going to ignore her. I want to hit this guy with hammers. She seemed completely worn down. I'd hardly had a chance to speak to her. But despite the fatigue...
So, how exactly can I help you?
Brief moments shone through, in part. She still seemed obligated to help. I was actually hoping I could check in on you for once.
Oh!
Is that so? Is he gonna make me eat my words? You've been so distant from everyone else. It's made me a little worried for you, all things considered. I was just wondering how exactly you've been faring with your corrupt verdict.
Well, what does it look like? Sorry, I know you're just trying to show concern, but
it's alright. It's been a month now. I've gotten used to it. The fact Shinku didn't even try for a month is just nuts.
I would have hoped the audience would have had my back a little more. But I know deep down from the start I expected this.
Yeah, I mean, your crime reveal seemed pretty bad.
I can't imagine Ismini was very happy seeing you got those people to kill themselves.
Oh wait, that's Shinku talking. I can't imagine Ismini was very happy seeing you got those people to kill themselves. It's a touchy subject for her.
And you.
Huh? Damn, clocked.
Never mind. I just noticed out of everyone, you've been particularly judgmental. It makes me wonder if I touched a sore spot. Well, I'm sorry.
If you really were, you could put a little more enthusiasm into it.
I don't really see the point, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry. That's not what you want to hear. I know that. But I could apologize and beg. I could say sorry countless times while crying and sobbing. I could tell you how guilty I felt, but deep down, you just think I was manipulating you, right? If Taki can act like she cares about all her problems when she's that cruel, then she can act like she's sorry. Don't fall for her tricks. You'll just get hurt and used, too. I'd rather save myself the trouble of twisting myself into pieces trying to get a forgiveness that never really comes.
Well, can you blame us? You're shockingly self-aware a lot of the time.
I guess it would be easier to swallow if I was stupid, huh? If I didn't know what would happen when I sent out those messages, if I didn't know exactly what my fan base would latch onto, if I was blissfully ignorant, innocent, a victim. But I did know, in part. At first, I didn't realize they'd take it that far, I swear. But when they got someone to go private, it felt really, really vindicating. Yeah, that makes me the worst to you, doesn't it? But it's the truth. Felt like I finally had a way to bite back.
Against what? Your agency screened these people.
The creeps still slipped through the cracks. Sure, they couldn't have hurt me physically. There were rules against that. But I still saw the way they looked at me. I saw all those mangas and posters they had with young anime girls. I'm not stupid. I'm not innocent. I knew exactly what that meant. And I'd feel worse if I just sat there and did nothing about it. If I just stayed in blissful ignorance until someone eventually did get hurt. A girl not registered with an agency. A girl with less protections. Or just A girl walking to school. You didn't know they were going to... But on the off chance they would, I wasn't going to risk it. And what could I do? I mean, look at me. I'm tiny. If I said anything in person, if I acted out, I wouldn't stand a chance. But I could go for something much bigger. Their reputation. That was where my power was. At first, it was just raising awareness, you know? Making sure people knew to avoid them. But if people figured out who I was talking about, then, before I knew it, everyone was going after them. I panicked at first, but then I realized I didn't really care, you know?
What?
I mean, they were creepy. They deserved it. If anything, this would discourage them from doing anything else in the future. It was better than nothing being done about it. The audience can say I'm corrupt all it likes. I know the people who really deserve to be in here are the people my fan base went after. I understand you wanted to raise awareness, wanted to make sure they didn't hurt anyone, but what about the people who were just a bit awkward, who wouldn't have hurt anyone? That you got hurt just off of bad vibes or just because they were socially inept? Takiko, I understand you started this all off with good intentions, but you're not an official police authority. You had no way of determining who really deserved this. I've got a better question for you. Why is it you're so keen to immediately leap into finding some hypothetical victim in my situation? Why do you invent people who might have existed and unfairly gotten hurt to make my situation worse? Is it just because you genuinely think there were? Or do you want to make me look worse? Not take your chances with me? Or are you projecting?
I'm not even gonna say anything.
More importantly, I never killed anyone myself. I never asked my fanbase to take it that far. For all intents and purposes, my crime is just vague tweeting.
You know it's more than that.
I know, but my hands never directly spilt blood. There was always a level of separation, a part of it out of my control. So why is Ismini, someone who killed someone directly, worthy, and I'm not? Don't answer that. It's because the audience invented an imaginary version of the professor who deserved it. Someone who was foul and awful and was a creep. The exact type of person I sent my fanbase after. But when it's real, when it's not imagined, it's not worthy. Funny how that works, huh? I wonder why people invent imaginary perfect victims for some situations, and imaginary justifications for others. I suppose it just depends on the person. I must have seemed too good to be true. Too artificial. Too fake. The world has become so cruel that the idea of someone just wanting to be kind is preposterous. So if someone stops being perfect, even just for a moment, the mob jumps onto it as proof that they were right. A vindication that people are just awful, so they can continue doing things as they please. That's why I'm not surprised I got corrupt.
I'm not sure I really get it. Of course you don't. Of course you don't! But, I guess it's good you've been able to anticipate it. You've clearly been doing a lot of thinking about it. For better or for worse.
Well, it's kinda all I can do right now. I used to cook a lot for the others, but I can't really do that now. You don't get it now. I could try and explain it in a way that would be more easily digestible next time, maybe? You idiot, you stupid, dumb fucking man.
Sure, that might help. Although I really do hope you're able to do some genuine self-reflection with all that thinking.
Oh, don't worry. I'm already well aware of what I did wrong. It's funny how people pick and choose what I'm aware of and what I'm not.
You're really not happy with the audience, are you?
Whatever gave you that impression?
I was a little curious why Takio seemed to have anticipated this verdict. Beforehand, she'd done nothing but placated the audience. She would constantly talk to them, constantly entertain them directly. Why would she do that for an audience she knew had already decided they hated her? Well, I guess we got a witch hunter. All right. That was a great free time event though. I definitely think Antebellum is at its peak when it's just characters talking about their like philosophies and worldviews. I think Rip does a very good job making it very nuanced and really expressing the themes of each character and the way they view the world and how it affects their actions. Like, the character studies, when they sit down and do that, are very good. And take a sip of my water. Okay. As the evening snuck up on me, a sense of dread filled my stomach. I realized it was my turn to watch Fu, so gathering the tray Dr. Elenius had pre-prepared in the canteen, I made my way to his cell. Over the last few weeks, I'd done this a few times. Fu seemed to be oddly fond of my company. I think he just liked catching me off guard. He was so friendly to me sometimes that I forgot he made it no secret he was only looking out for himself, especially with what he did to Taka. Still, Fu clearly had a soft spot for the younger girls, Takiko and Asuga especially. But he also seemed to have developed a soft spot for me. I couldn't exactly place why. But as I entered, placing down the tray he gave me that same old warm smile. I did not read that sentence correctly. But as I entered, placing down the tray, he gave me that same old warm smile. Hey, kid. Your turn again, huh? Aw, come on. What's with the long face? Have a seat, why don't you? Alright. Can I get you anything? Brandy, perhaps? Dr. Elenius let you have alcohol? Well, she doesn't need to know about it. It can be our secret, kid, can't it? Maybe that's why he liked me. As much as I was a bit of a teacher's pet, even if he told me something he shouldn't, I always kept my mouth shut. I never told Dr. Elenius about any of this, about things like this. He probably thought it was out of some fondness. In reality, I was just scared of what he'd do if I got on his bad side. If brandy isn't your thing, ever tried amaretto? I think you'd like that more. He poured the rich amber liquid over a few cubes of shining ice and gave me the glass. Look, say what you want about Fu. He's got mad aura. Here, have a sip. Just one. I don't want to make this a habit. Shinku falls over dead from poisoning. Whatever you say. I had a sip and... Huh. It's not half bad. Tastes like all... That's cyanide! Brother, you just got cyanide poisoned. Tastes like almonds, huh? It's kinda sweet. Makes it easier to drink. I actually like that quite a bit. Sure you don't want any more, kid? If you're trying to get me drunk so you can get out, then it's not gonna work. You're sharp. But nah, I ain't planning anything like that. As long as I get little chats with all of you, I'm planning on sticking to my best behavior till I'm let out. This track sounds a lot like, not a lot like, but kind of gives me the same vibe as Godot's theme from Ace Attorney. I don't know if anyone else hears it at all, but like smooth kind of low jazz. Do you offer everyone alcohol during the... I can't speak. Do you offer everyone alcohol during these little chats? Only you and Scrunchy. I don't think you should be encouraging that. You know, you and her are both awfully fond of amaretto. Must be something about being easier to stomach than other drinks. And you're awfully good at changing the subject. Hey, kid. I wanted to ask you about something. What is it? I guess I've just been thinking recently. Wanted to hear some different perspectives. If someone does something bad for a good reason, most people usually think it's justified, no? Well, it depends what it is. True, but almost no one is gonna shame a starving child for stealing a loaf, are they? No, that would be ridiculous. If someone murders a pedophile, that's just cleaning duty, isn't it? I suppose so. You're more likely to think the murderer was justified in that case. But I wonder, if someone does the opposite, if someone does something good for a bad or selfish reason, does that make the good action less morally good? What do you mean? Well, if someone does something that helps improve a community for the better, but does it purely for the fame or attention as opposed to actually caring about the community they're advocating for, does it make what they did any less good? Once again, I think it depends. Depending on how good the action is and how bad the motivation was, I think it's a balance. The motivation can't be worse than the good that was done, if that makes sense. You're a big fan of non-answers, aren't you? Huh? Just an observation I've made, kid. You don't got much conviction. It's never yes or no with you, is it? Shinku the kind of motherfucker to be like, I don't like to talk about politics. You're always trying to find a nice, comfortable stance in the middle, as if you're scared certainty would lead to backlash. It's almost like making a firm stance in the past hasn't gone well for you. Ooh, read him like those books he writes. Oh, damn! Look at his face. That was a nasty clock. No need to get so tense, kid. I'm just an old man spitballing. Relax. I don't know why someone who's so open about being morally bankrupt is so intent on talking about moral dilemmas. Why does it matter to you? I was just making conversation, kid. Anything wrong with that? No. No, there isn't. You had me worried for a moment there, kid. Started getting all snappy and defensive. Thought I might have accidentally struck a nerve. Sorry, I think I just... You should do it more. Huh? If you don't stand up for yourself, you'll get swallowed by others. Besides, quite fond of seeing you bite back. Reminds me of myself when I was younger. I don't think doing what you're fond of is the best idea, considering your current situation. Never know until you try. I'm just getting pretty fucking sick of hearing Snake Tat complain about you every time he's on watch. You mean Ezekiel? Ah, that's the name. We've been here for 2 months and you still don't remember everyone's names? Hey, kid, cut me some slack. It's been almost half our time here locked up. And whose fault is that? If you didn't want to be in here, you shouldn't have been so impulsive. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. What? I mean, all things considered, I got a pretty sweet deal, didn't I? I get all my clothes washed for me, all my food cooked and brought to me, and constant company. I know the best part of that company, kid. I've basically got 24/7 protection out of my little gamble. If anyone tried to murk me while guarding me, then the schedule would prove they were the only one who could have done it. And even if someone attacked me when they weren't on watch duty, they'd have to find some way to deal with whoever was watching me. And at that point, most would just find an easier target, no? Now we put it like that, and I'm not even really trapped, am I? There's no way to physically lock my cell door, and I could overpower most of you. And even if I didn't want to resort to that, all it would take is laying on the old Fu charm and sweet-talking Pinky a little bit to be let out. But right now, I'm enjoying the 5-star treatment. So that's why you haven't attempted to break out at all. Bingo. Surprised no one caught on to it. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. Who knows? Maybe I'm just bored. I was starting to think it wasn't that simple with Fu. Only thing that's really worrying here tells me only thing that's really worrying is no one here tells me a damn thing about what's going on with Pigtails, and she barely even meets my eyes when it's her turn to guard me. She's doing fine. I don't think you should worry. I think she just needs time to work through things and realize what she did was sort of messed up. She can do it again for all I care. One less creepy scum making this world less comfortable for our girls is nothing but a win from my perspective. I'm not sure all of them deserved it. You'd be surprised. A lot of bad men out there. It's always the ones you don't expect as well. Bastards. Anyway, kid, the night's young. How about we broke open some cards and play a few games? Alright. Perfect. You can catch me up on what you've been doing while we're playing, kid. We played cards for a few hours while Fu ate his food, discussing things around the prison. I told him my growing concerns with certain prisoners. He seemed fairly understanding. I always ended up telling Fu more than I really should have. He just had a way of getting it out of me. Eventually, my turn to watch him ended, and I left, cleaning up the tray in the canteen before heading back to my own cell and turning in for the night. Watching Fu wasn't anywhere near as bad as I always anticipated it to be. Alright. Shinku is better than me. The Fu simps are crazy. I think this is a good spot. We're about halfway through our time, so we're gonna take our little break here. Y'all know the drill. Go to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack, do whatever y'all need to do. And we'll be back to continue the daily life in just a few minutes. Welcome back. I hope everybody had a good break. Let us continue. I'd found myself sleeping in a little due to the late night I'd had prior. Watching over Fu meant I hadn't gotten to bed until a little later than I typically would, so I was a little tired. I was woken up by a strange knocking on my door. I wonder who it could be at this time of day. Me when I literally can't read. I approached the door to see someone I didn't expect. Oh, hi Taka. Good morning, Shinky Poo. Taka, what are you doing here? Ta-da! I brought you some Taka treats. Taka's one of those characters that is so cringe, but in a kind of endearing way, in a boy fail way. Taka held out a tray of various breakfast foods out to me, all caught into shoddy star and fish shapes to try and make it look more nice. It had honestly made it look more ugly, but I wasn't going to tell him that. Thanks. What for? For looking after Wang last night. I've been making sure people doing the night shifts get properly compensated afterwards. I hope this is enough. I can't touch the kitchen stuff myself, obviously, so I just sort of halved my own breakfast tray and made it look fancy. Oh, wait, stop. That's kind of sweet. Are you going to be alright after only having half of your breakfast? More than okay. I'll just ask Lori for a big lunch. If there's anything else I can get you, let me know. Oh, and do tell me when you're done so I can wash it all up for you. Thanks. This is weirdly nice of you. Have you been doing this for everyone? Of course. Why wouldn't I? In a sense, now we're all working to keep Fu locked up. We're all each other's workers. No? Uh-oh. And I want to make sure I take care of my workers this time. However I can. What I was doing before really wasn't great, was it? I can tell myself all I like that it's just how the industry works, but it really isn't how the industry should work. I heard a lot of people trying to do what I thought I had to. The audience may not believe I'm worthy, but I don't care anymore. I'll show the whole world that Taka Takahiro can do better. Uh-oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that. As soon as you start showing signs of growth, the death flags start rising. I don't think it matters how much effort you put in. I think they're already set on their opinions here. They can think what they'd like. I'm not all that bothered about appealing to them anymore. Huh? What? But you... I don't know. I've been thinking since the trial. I honestly thought everyone here hated me to bits. Most of them probably still do. I thought I had no one, so I turned to the audience, in hopes at least they could give me validation, attention, or at least care about me. Even if it was just them being invested in seeing when I would die. But seeing Sugi save me, even if they weren't too keen on me at that moment, it reminded me that I don't need the audience to care. I have a question, if this has ever been answered, and it might not have been. Obviously the audience verdicts, like, affect the story a lot, and, like, how it's written in the characters and stuff. But do they affect the death order? Or was that always going to be what it was, regardless of verdicts? I'm just curious if that affected any of the deaths, or if the character's fates were always set in stone. I was so preoccupied thinking about the audience, I forgot I did have people in my life who did care about me. Care that I could actually physically see. And it wasn't just Asuka. Alora has been kind to me, looking out for me, and even you in a sense, Shinku. Thinking about it all, I've made up my mind. I want to do better, not for the audience, but for the people in my life that do care about me. That's really nice to hear, honestly.
It's not going to change all at once, but I know that, but I still want to try. I want to prove I can do better.
The death order does not change? Okay. Interesting, interesting. I was just wondering because if the motives may be tied into the verdicts, then if you had a different verdict, then a character might or might not have the motive they did to kill somebody. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, Dracul's motive didn't have much to do with Mint's verdict. It kind of had to do with his crime and, like, how he didn't care about his family, but the verdict itself didn't seem to matter.
And that starts with little things like this. I want to prove I'm serious about this. You know how it is. No pics. Didn't happen. So eat up, Shinky Poo. Sometimes I read Shinky Poo as Stinky Poo in my head for some reason, which, you know what, is still kind of accurate, mind you, but hope it's to your liking. Anything else I can do for you? Just keep that new mindset, okay, Taka? I think this will be good for you.
Hold on, I'm getting a bit of lag on the model. Okay, that seems to be better. People won't all forgive you at once, but if you keep being more considerate, maybe more people will come around to you. Sugi has started talking to me again. I think we're going to be taking care of those frogs together. I don't know why, but since yesterday I've been all smiley. Ice really fired me up, made me want to double the help. I'm on top of the world right now. I sure hope nothing causes you to come crashing down. So what do you need, Shinku? I'm a little worried for Asuga after that combo. A foot rub? A cool little dance? Your room cleaned? A personal assistant? Between my shifts, I could follow you around and give you advice like a little homunculus on your shoulder. Okay, let's slow down a bit. Sorry, I'm buzzing right now. It's like I've just hit the bonus round of life. It's only up from here. It's just sort of a shame that no matter what I do, I'll still get the shocks. It really limits what I can do. Yeah, at least Dr. Elanius is always willing to help you circumvent them. I suppose so. Anyway, I'll leave you to eat. Let me know when you're done. No worries, I'll wash it up myself. Having a lot of lag. Not on the game or the stream, but the model. Of all the things, I guess, to be fair, of all the things to, like, struggle with the new service, the model is the least detrimental of the three, so I guess I can kind of count my blessings. Okay. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see how that goes. I ate the breakfast. It could have been better, but it definitely could have been worse as well. When I was done, I moved into the hallway, intending on taking the tray to the canteen to wash it up. Taka is so kind. But I paused, seeing a certain door in the hallway that had recently been unlocked. Do we get new areas? If Taka was able to prove he could change, if he could do better. Summoning my confidence, I stepped into the office. Oh, never mind. Who said I couldn't take a stance? Warden, I have a question. What? What is it? Couldn't you just ask Mono Neko? If the audience votes someone as corrupt, if they prove themselves as being able to redeem themselves despite that, will you revoke all the restrictions of being corrupt? What? I presented the warden with the empty tray. Taka has apparently been trying his best to take care of everyone, giving those who watch over Fu, helping Dr. Elanius. He's trying to make amends for his crime. If he keeps this up, what would be the point of continuing to punish him like he's corrupt? Are you serious? Yeah, I didn't think he'd ever change, but it seems like he's really started to try. He took the food that another prisoner prepared for him and gave it to you. That's hardly any work on his part. How the hell is that changing? You can't deny that he's putting in the bare minimum because he got stabbed and doesn't want to die. That's all there is to it. He'll always be a terrible person. No matter what he does, it won't undo or change the fact he's harmed people. Audience judgments are final. If they don't think you can change, if they want to punish you, then that's the end of it. I wouldn't overrule a verdict and name a worthy prisoner as corrupt just because they're not acting perfectly. If I did that, the votes would lose all value. But the votes aren't fair. They're not rational. Well, if you don't want to believe them, you don't have to. You can be as delusional as you want out there. Just don't bring you being guilt-tripped and manipulated by the corrupt prisoners into my office and make it my problem. I just thought... You don't have any power here. Accept it. Don't you have better things to do than bother me? You're quite frankly the last prisoner I'd want to see. What do you have against me, anyway? Don't act like you don't know. Tea? Now, do you mind getting out of my office? Go run along and talk to someone for once, or something. She must have personal beef against whatever Shingu's crime is. I don't know. Just don't come in here again and treat my office like the feedback and suggestions room. It's not. Alright, I get it. I'm leaving. I let out a sigh and left the office, moving into the canteen to clean my breakfast tray, pondering what I should spend my morning doing. Maiko was busy on watch duty today, so I didn't have to worry about her. Before I knew it, my legs started practically moving on their own. It had practically become routine to spend my mornings where they were taking me. I found myself once again in the courtyard. It had become something of a habit since the last trial. The bodies had been buried here, so we thought we'd erect small graves to them. That was a heavy day. Some shallow words were exchanged about how, at least now, the bodies would be able to help plants here grow. But we all knew that didn't matter. The plants would have grown regardless. I guess watering the seeds of our grief with sweet honey made it easier to stomach, stunted their growth. Flowers had already been placed on Mint's grave before I got there. Messily uprooted pink blossoms, their roots still desperately clutching the dirt which they once belonged to. Yeah, that's got Zeke written all over it. I kneeled down and quietly added my own small, blue forget-me-nots. Mint, I'm so sorry. What did I even have to apologize for? I wasn't sure. I just always felt the need to. That's a lie. I knew deep down what I was apologizing for, as I turned away from his grave after a moment of thought. Instead, moving to the less well-maintained grave, slightly off to the side. Min's loss had been felt all throughout the prison. As the courtyard became more overgrown and wild, his absence became more notable. No one could deny something big was taken from us. And yet... Once more, I knelt down and placed flowers on Jakul's grave regardless. I had no words as I just sat there by the grave, a lingering guilt swelling in my chest. If I just hadn't stepped outside, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to slip the poison in the mask. Someone else would have done something, sure. Someone would still be dead, but Mint would still be here. He'd still be here. If I just kept a closer eye on Jakul, it was so clingy to me. I could have saved him from his own cowardice. Who am I kidding? What could I have done? He was the one who chose to kill in the first place. He'd have done it eventually if I hadn't stepped out. It was all his choice, so why am I so stuck on the what ifs? Why do I miss him so much? I knew I couldn't stay here forever thinking. Getting too in my own head wouldn't be good. Besides, the longer I spent here, the stronger the feeling of guilt will be. I paused before leaving, walking over to the pond, looking to my reflection for reassurance. Oh, wow, hi. CG.
What am I even doing here?
When will my reflection show? I asked myself, looking into my own eyes as I was searching for some sort of reasoning behind them that wasn't inherently selfish.
This is pathetic. I shouldn't be mourning someone who's killed this much. I only knew him for a month. This is just disrespecting Vince's memory. Coming up with excuses, what ifs. All just to lick my own wounds. I'm making it all about me again, aren't I?
Maybe a little. Oh, oop. Hey, dead sis.
Is that so surprising?
What? This again? I flicked around to face the figure, but
She's not.
she'd completely disappeared. She wasn't behind me. Where did she go?
Over here!
I flicked around to where that playful, teasing voice was coming from. Only to see her standing on top of the water. How is that even possible?
It's you. Why do you keep doing this? Who are you?
The figure just stood there and smiled at me, letting out a small giggle.
No, what are you?
It tilted its head for a second before turning around. Alright, give me something scary. Give me a real scary face.
Wait! Don't! Come back!
Catch me if you can!
The figure hopped a few floaty steps into the pond before sinking into it, leaving a trail of ripples. And perhaps, without thinking, I dove in after them. Is he gonna, like, crack his skull on the bottom of the pond? I know he's not, but it would be really funny. Finding myself sinking deeper and deeper into their inky black world once more. Alright, we're back in the upside down. I just knew I had to catch up with them. And fast. Oh, wait, I can move here. I had to turn up my brightness. I can't see anything. How do I... There we go. Oh, that's so blindingly bright, but it's the only way I can even see. Even then, I'm still struggling a little. Am I the stupid one? How do I move? Oh, there we go. Okay, we figured it out. I approached and saw her sitting on the tree, playfully swinging her legs. As soon as I approached, I became surrounded by similar-looking figures.
Oh, you made it!
What do you want from me?
Me? What do I want? I don't know. You're You're the one who keeps clinging to me. What do you want?
I want to be left alone, please.
At that, the crowd erupted into a cacophony of giggles.
What's so funny?
So, you want to forget this all? Forget what happened? Forget what you did?
I do, yes.
I see. Well, to fully forget a memory, you have to remember it first, don't you?
No.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
You can't exactly forget something you can't remember in the first place. So, how about we play a game? If you're able to fully remember me, as I properly am, not in this little idealized form you've made, and accept what you've done, I'll completely disappear. I'll let you get on with your life.
How do I remember you?
Well, a memory has 3 things. A body, to move and act as they please. Eyes, to form their own perspective, independent of yours. And a voice, to say what it thinks.
I see. And how do I get these things?
Well, how about we say our first little encounter counted towards you remembering my body? You certainly looked at it, hanging there. For a
Whoa!
long time. What a freak.
Crazy thing to say.
For the others, let's have a little more fun. To get my eyes, let's put yours to the test. Just like old times. Let's play hide and seek. The rules are simple. Find what you seek, and I'll give you those eyes that'll help you find the truth.
I don't suppose I have a choice, but
Right, okay.
Great! Just close your eyes and count to 10.
I closed my eyes, an uneasy feeling in my chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I opened them and
Huh? This is my childhood home. I should start looking.
ready or not, here I come. All our shoes. Akari's are beat up. She went through them quickly. Mom would always buy me new shoes when I needed them. I don't know why she didn't just ask. I guess she was just stubborn. New washing machine. Broke when Akari decided to put all her clothes in it at once and the house flooded. Probably gonna be somewhere in the back. She's probably gonna be in the room. Would be my guess. Like her room. Very nice track. Bing, bing. Very calming compared to the eldritch horror dimension that we're probably in right now. Upstairs, question mark? Oh, is that blood? No. Okay. Wait, we gotta find a key? Okay, in the office. This is the office, right? Letters from Akari's school about her behavior or grades. It was always something with Akari. So she was like a problem child? Okay, 4-digit code. Oh wait, I don't know the code yet. Yeah, hold on. Files, financial documents. She did your taxes, that's great. There's a sticky note. MMDD hint child's birthday. Filing cabinet code. Okay, this is the filing cabinet. Well, hold on. No, I need to find what Shinku's birthday is, because it's in the rule book? No. Maybe it's on the calendar downstairs, if I can't access there. Because I know I saw, like, oh, there's one in here. Let's check this one first. List of deadlines. Okay, no. I saw a calendar downstairs, too. Yeah, here. May 22nd. It's because that's your birthday. Yep. May 22nd. Alright. Look at me. I'm so good at puzzles. So it's 0522. Woo! We got the key. Alright. I do want to poke around a tiny bit more just because I'm curious about, like, the lure. So before I open that... Small plastic roses. She used to have real roses. Why would plastic roses have thorns? That is unfortunate. Door itself is full. Assume she used to keep more before the locks got removed. Akari spent ages in front of this mirror, usually doing her makeup or hair. Never really had much interest in it. At least that's what I thought. Oh, spooky triple. Okay. Can I read more of the stuff on... I assume this is Shinku's room, so it's all, like, just writing stuff. Unfinished drafts, yeah. It's still here. Various CDs. That one Yui song. Such a classic, okay. Anything else of... There's a book. Can I look at, like, the photo? No. The phone. The phone is ringing. It's disconnected. Sometimes Mom would do that when Akari was acting out and her cell phone had been taken away. Okay. Alright. What about the bath? Akari would spend hours in the bath. Akari's hair dye. She kept on bleaching it black to blonde. One time when she was younger, Akari clogged the pipes trying to flush candy wrappers down the toilet. That's funny. Okay, I think we're good to open it. What was inside made me take a step back. Oh, hey, Mint! How you doing? Oh. Oh, God.
Am I what you seek?
We're gonna find your cool, too, aren't we?
Shinku? What's wrong?
How you doing, bestie?
Don't you want to see me again?
No, this isn't...
Ah, I see.
The figure took a step closer, its features warping and distorting.
Perhaps this is it. What's with that look? This is what you want, isn't it?
Easy comforts.
Easy validation. That's what you want back, isn't it? A distraction.
No! I
Or maybe something like this?
Hey, Ichi. Ooh, triple.
Or maybe it doesn't matter.
It's all the same to you in the end, isn't it? As long as someone believes in you, you don't have to doubt yourself.
You don't have to love yourself. They'll do it for you.
Ooh, Mint is spitting bars. I mean, not Mint, but y'all know what I mean.
You don't have to think.
But you know all this, don't you?
This awful part of you tucked deeply away, so you don't have to face it. But you can't change something you don't recognize.
So don't look away.
Me and the boys when we merge into an eldritch creature. Yes, give me the creep. Eyes obtained. We did it, gang. Look how cutesy those are. Fetch quest complete. Yay.
Shinku?
Oh, hey. We're not dead, are we?
Shinku? Shinku!
Did we just, like, pass out at the graves? Oh, hey, Queen! See, we're fine.
Shinku, please.
Did Fu poison us with cyanide?
Huh?
You're awake. Oh, thank goodness.
Or did we actually jump in a lake and crack our skull and almost drown? Ismini pulled me into a tight hug, holding on to me as if her life depended on it.
Please never worry me like that again.
Shinku, don't jump in any lakes.
I can't lose you too.
What happened? You don't remember? I paused. A sudden cold overcame me. I realized that he did actually jump in the fucking lake. I am going to beat him with hammers. I realized I was soaking wet. You were passed out in the pond. I was so worried you'd... She took a deep breath, composing herself, wiping her tears away. Sorry, I just got emotional for a second there. It's okay. I'm sorry for worrying you. I'm not really sure what happened. I looked over at the pond. It seemed entirely normal. Ismini looked at me with a concerned expression. I see. Well, don't worry me like that again. I thought I'd lost you. Just like that, and I couldn't do it again. I couldn't lose you too. I was... I was so scared. For just a moment. I felt so weak. Ismini looked away for a moment before letting out a sigh, snapping back to her usual demeanor. For goodness sake, you really have to be more careful. One of these days you'll give me a heart attack. Sorry. When you didn't show up— oh, shit. To the motive announcement, I thought maybe. And then I found you and... oh, wait, there's a motive announcement? Yes, Mononeko gathered us all in the canteen. We were waiting for you. We should get back before Mononeko does anything drastic. He's so fucking stupid. But you're soaking wet. That's fine. I can dry off later. I don't want to be late and get us all punished. Alright, if you insist. But if you get a cold, then don't complain to me. We made our way to the canteen together. I didn't know how exactly I was going to explain my clothes being soaked. Tell them the truth, it would be really funny. But right now, my current priority was getting to the motive announcement before others were punished for my absence. I just like to imagine it like, have you guys seen that episode of The Office where Michael falls into a koi pond? And he keeps trying to play it off and make excuses about how he didn't actually fall in. That's what this feels like to me.
Well, now.
Don't worry, everyone. I found him.
Stinky poo.
You're alive! Oh, thank goodness.
Katsuki.
There you are. Phew. We were starting to get worried.
Huh?
Whoa, what happened? Are you okay? You're dripping wet. I'll explain later. Did I miss anything? Not yet. Don't you worry, kid. Oh, we let Fu out.
Wait! But you sure did keep us waiting. Do you have any idea how many people show up to watch these big group meetings? You've left them all high and dry, waiting forever to see what the new motive will be. Ugh, I can practically see the comments about us padding out the runtime by stalling. Sorry. Well, you're all here now, so we might as well begin. I braced myself. Last time Mononeko had an announcement like this, it was about hostages. I don't know what I'd do if we had something like that again. You know, things have gotten a little slow on the stream recently, so I was thinking we could really spice it up. Make some good content, change the formula, you know? See, last time was good, but it was the same damn thing every time. Wake up, discuss and vote in the canteen, free time, and sleep. Do you guys not know how to spice it up? Live a little?
I personally quite enjoy the structure.
Well, to hell with it. I've got something that'll disrupt your day whether you like it or not. I thought we could all come together and play a game.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad, especially not compared to last time. Taka, it's a killing game with a game as a motive. It has never, ever, 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 ever gone well. Yeah, well, there's obviously gonna be some fucked up evil murder twist or whatever, isn't there?
Aw, come on, give me some credit. I just want you guys to play a game of truth or dare, nothing big.
Uh-oh, this is gonna go so wrong so fast. So, what, we just give each other dares?
That's all? I'm not too convinced. Every day from now until a murder occurred. Me when I cannot speak sentences. From now until a murder occurs, an envelope containing a personalized truth and personalized dare for you to complete will be delivered to your cell. If you elect to do your dare, which will be sort of a task chosen just for you.
Oh, wait, this is kind of tea.
Then your truth won't come out. But if you fail to do your dare, we'll assume you've chosen truth.
And what does choosing truth entail?
Well, each truth will be some sort of secret you wish to keep hidden. If you choose truth, that secret will not only be revealed to everyone within the prison, but also publicly posted on social media or platforms you may have. We'll make sure as many people on the outside are exposed to your secret as possible.
That's complete bullshit. You're gonna reveal all our crimes anyway. Why tank our reputation further? Not to mention, I don't know what you're gonna do for those of us who don't have any accounts on any of that shit.
Don't you worry. Everyone has some sort of platform we can post your secrets on.
Ah, damn it, my Facebook. Okay. All right, that's a good, that was funny.
Oh, and don't forget your WeChat. Real convenient direct lines of communication to Tian and Jiayi on there.
Sorry if I said that wrong.
Thinking about it, how many fans, friends, family, work associates do you lot reckon are checking your socials for any updates about your whereabouts right now?
I love a secrets motive. I really, really do. It will always be entertaining. I don't care if it's overused. Like, if you have a secrets motive, I will eat it up every time.
Any post from any of your socials at this stage is sure to cause a stir. This is crazy. What do you even have on us aside from our crimes?
Oh, a lot. Trust us.
We just have to wait and see what your truths are, This is horrible.
Yeah, but it could be a lot worse, you know? Like, if one of the dares make us do something embarrassing or stupid to someone else, I'm sure we can just understand it's for a dare and not hold it against the other person. Right. A lot of this seems set up to stir interpersonal conflict with the secrets being revealed and making us do dares. With communication, we can easily get through this. I'm certain of it.
Oh, I gotta mention, it's gonna be something like you can't tell people. Yeah, if you tell anyone what any of your dares are, you will be severely punished.
Great, of course. They also told us we couldn't tie the votes or avoid voting with the hostages, and that turned out to be a lie, so...
This time we're not bluffing, trust us. You're well past the point of no return.
And the only way to stop the game is another murder?
Yeah?
But that's unrealistic. You're bound to run out of dirt on us eventually. Surely.
Oh, you'd be surprised. But even so, we'll start with the lighter stuff at first. Little embarrassing middle school stories, stupid things you've done. Then we'll ramp it up and escalate the severity of your truths and dares with each new day. Like frogs sitting in slowly boiling water. At least the first few days won't be too bad. Either way, the game won't officially kick off until tomorrow morning when I deliver the first envelopes, so enjoy your peace while it lasts. I've got some bits and bobs to prepare, so if there's no more questions, I'll be heading off.
I have something I'd like to ask.
Really? Don't you want to get this over with so you can dry off? You look like a sad, wet cat right now. More so than usual.
We know Amelia exists now. She's made her presence more than clear. Why isn't she the one giving this announcement?
Because she's meant to keep interactions with you to a minimum. Got it? Just because her office is unlocked now doesn't mean you can just wander into it whenever, willy-nilly, for a friendly chat. The motives are my job, and I'm not gonna let myself be replaced. I'm too iconic.
Right. It just seems strange to me they'd waste resources operating Mononeko when they could just have Amelia do all these announcements without the extra power expenditure. But I doubted I would get any satisfying answers even if I pressed further.
Well, if that's all you had to ask, then I'll be off. Good luck with the game. I can't wait to see what you all pick.
The cat scampered through the vents once more, leaving us with the knowledge of the impending motive. We all stood in silence for a moment. It was clear we were all trying to think up some kind of game plan here, but no one was stepping up to voice their thoughts. This is a very good motive. I like this one a lot. I'm always a sucker for secrets motive, but I feel like this is an extra little cherry on top of it, you know? Until the usual suspect took the prerogative. I suggest we do morning debriefs.
Again? Like how we all met here during the hostage motive to vote?
Precisely. But we'll only start doing them after truths come out. We may not be able to discuss dares, but I believe the cat expects us to discuss truths after they get revealed. And I'm assuming there will be multiple of us who elect not to do our dares if they reach a certain level of severity. It's inevitable certain truths will come out, and I do not wish for that to divide us. And how the hell are morning debriefs gonna help us here, huh? As far as I'm concerned, it just gets us all rallied in the same place for everyone else to dogpile them for whatever secret comes out. Then we'll be reasonable and try not to let that happen. I want the debriefs to act as a place where we can discuss anything unsavory that might come out about ourselves as a group, and clear up misconceptions before they cause conflict. Alora once again eating, as always.
It sounds...
Wow, what was that?
It sounds reasonable in theory, but I'm not entirely sure how effective it'll be in practice. I'm not against it, but I don't think we should assume everyone here is equally open to rational discussion, or able to be reasonable with people's individual circumstances. And some secrets might just be that bad that they cause conflict regardless.
Yeah, not to mention some of us don't exactly, you know, want to get all talky about that stuff. Well, it's better to have something in place than to let conflict build. I think it's a great idea. It's also a way to do a roundup in the morning and make sure everyone is still A-okay.
Yeah, at least it helps with that. Means people aren't just cooped up in their cells all day. Can we make them a little later, though? I'm really struggling to get up early these days.
Well, there's no way we're having food at the meetings this time, considering, you know, we still don't know who suicide... Whoa! Packed Steven is, and I'm not willing to risk it. So there's no reason we have to have it at breakfast time. That's an insane thing to say, Lyra.
How about 11 a.m. then? That late enough?
I guess. Works for me.
Alright, 11 a.m. meetings here, starting Thursday, when the first set of secrets get revealed.
Is that so? Sorry. Got a attack of the yawns. Everyone seemed to agree to that. I wasn't sure how much the meetings were going to help, but at least it was good to have something in place.
Now that's sorted. Is everything okay, Shinku? Where were you?
I found him in the pond in the courtyard. Dang, she's just outing us. I thought he drowned. What? Were you attacked? Now he has to come up with some... He can't just say he slipped and fell in the pond. He needs some explanation as to why he passed out. I guess if he could say he slipped and fell and hit his head. It's corny and probably a little unbelievable, but... No, nothing like that. Then what was it? That's so strange. I wasn't quite sure how to explain it. I didn't want to come off as suspicious, but I didn't want to worry anyone by disclosing the truth. I still wasn't entirely sure what that was all about. Well, I'm not entirely sure. Huh. His dumbass probably just fell in the pond and didn't know how to swim. Hey, come on. There's no need to be ashamed, Shinku. I never learned how to swim either. Shinku, take the easy out. They just gave you the easiest out. Take it. Okay, whatever. I think I just fainted while I was walking on the bridge and fell into the water. It's good Ismini found me when she did. Right. If you're having fainting spells, Kutsuki, we could always try to find you— oh, I see. If you're having fainting spells, Kutsuki, we could always try to find you some iron tablets. No, don't worry. It's quite alright. I'll be all okay. Okay. Just be safe, alright? I don't want anything bad happening to you. Maybe take it easy for the rest of today? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna dry off and lay down for a bit. I don't want to get sick or anything. Take it easy, kid. And if you do fall ill, got some old Wang family recipes that might be able to help you. If, you know, they let me out of my cell to make them. Right. We need to get you back in there. Come on, Wang. Once again, kid, you can— I'm not calling you uncle. Dang. I followed after Takiko and Fu as they left, returning to my own cell to put on some fresh clothes. I hope one of Zeke's dares is to make out who's— You people, the fictional people on the stream, have a one-track mind, and it's boys kissing. I spent a while resting, bracing myself for just how busy tomorrow would be. But after a while, I found myself becoming restless and wanting something to do. Maybe yeah, okay. Are there any favors? You go to, like, the little lobby thing to check for that, right? Yeah. Down here. Maiko, it's good to see you. Was your shift this morning okay? Are you oh shit, I should have saved. Damn it. About as well as I can be considering the, motive. It's pretty scary, huh? We'll find a way to get through it as a group, I promise you. I'm just trying not to think too hard about it, honestly. Dwelling on something I can't stop from happening isn't gonna do me any good, so I've decided. Alora said I need to engage in more group activities if I wanted to feel better, but I don't really get invited to a whole lot of them, so I've decided I'm gonna host one myself. Oh? It's probably not entirely appropriate, but all this talk about truth or dare, it's got me thinking about sleepovers, you know? I get the impression everything's gonna spiral into being pretty serious again sooner or later, so I want to give everyone one last chance to just have fun and relax before that. That's why I want to host a sleepover for the girls. I think it'd be fun. No boys allowed? Well, I was kind of hoping you could come. You're sort of one of the girls. No, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. I do not see Shinku as one of the girlies. You just want your crush there. Plus, you're kind of the only person I'm really close to right now, and I want you around in case no one else talks to me. I'm sure the others won't mind. Have they already all agreed to come? Alora said she'd talk to them all about it. She thinks it would be good for all of us. Huh, that's really nice of her, actually. There's only really one teeny tiny problem. I kinda really super duper ultra mega messed things up. Whatever it is, we can figure it out, alright? I'm sure you're making it a bigger deal than it is. Really? I really don't want to be a bother. You're already doing so much for me. I'm worried you're gonna get sick of me soon, Shinku. Hey, see it as me doing something to prove I'm one of the girls. It might make the others okay with me being invited. As long as they're not sad. I don't hang out around sad girls.
Well, when you put it like that. The issue is, I got ahead of myself and told everyone I'd host it in my cell, since, it being stripped means it has a lot of free space for sleeping bags and stuff. But I kinda, sorta, maybe haven't ever, cleaned my cell. Ever. Please don't judge me. I know it's gross. I just got so swept up with things, and then it all started, piling up, and there was just more and more garbage. And they left it all even after they stripped my cell. And at that point, I didn't really see a reason to clean it up, since I thought... Just before I knew it, it became this whole big thing that I dreaded doing, and I felt so bad about it. Because if I could have just gotten the motivation to do it earlier, it wouldn't have gotten nearly this bad. And now every time I think about it, I just think about how much of a failure I am. I'm sorry. Please don't tell anyone. It's really embarrassing. Hey, it's okay. I'll sort it all out for you. All right? Really? You honestly don't have to. It's a massive job. I wouldn't want to put that burden on you. It'll be good for you in the long run to have a cleaner cell, not just for the sleepover. So I'm happy to do it. If you're sure, just please, please, please try not to judge me for how messy it is. It's really bad, I know. It'll be alright. I'll let you know when I'm done, alright? Okay. Please do. Because if it stays messy, I think I should cancel the sleepover for everyone's sake. I was sort of dreading what Maiko's cell would be like, but I didn't want to let that show. I didn't want to make her feel ashamed. I should probably at least try to make some effort to clean it up if I want that sleepover to happen. Alright, so we gotta find her room. I don't remember... Asuka, Mint... Okay, this is her. Let me tidy this up. Clean up, everybody, clean up. There. That's a lot neater. No more rubbish. I should report back to Maiko. Yes, sir. Hey, Mai. It's not a lot, but I made things look a bit nicer in your cell. It should be good for the sleepover now. Huh? Wait, you actually... Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Shinku. You have no idea how much this means to me. Hey, it's really no big deal. Sure, it was way more effort than I initially thought it was gonna be, but I don't want to make her feel bad over that. I just hope this will make things better for her in the future. I really don't know how I can repay you for this. Just have fun at the sleepover. That's all I can ask of you. You're way too nice to me, Shinku. If you keep being this kind to me, I'm gonna start getting used to it. You really are the best. I wouldn't go that far. You're my friend. I'd do it for any of my friends. Still, thank you. I really don't think I deserve all this, but... Oh, right. I've still got to get everything ready for tonight. All right. Okay, let me grab the sleeping bags. I'll see you there tonight, okay? Really? Of course. You're officially one of the girls now. I don't know if the others are gonna see it like that. Well, I want you there. Okay, I'll come. Thank you so much, Shinku. I'm just so excited I'm gonna burst! This is gonna be awesome sauce! I couldn't help but smile at her excitement. It had been a long time since I'd seen Maiko this happy. Aww. He does seem to be sweet to her, like, sincerely. As much as I shit on him. Even if cleaning her room was a tricky experience, seeing hope in her eyes for the first time in weeks made it all worth it. Everyone had come together to make Maiko still comfortable enough for the sleepover, bringing sheets, pillows, bean bags, and all sorts.
It was really nice to see everyone pitching in to make this nice, despite their own reservations. I suppose part of it was Dr. Elanius' intervention when it came to Maiko since her attempt, especially with the policy around not discussing her crime. There was far less opposition to me joining the girls' sleepover than I would have anticipated. Admittedly, I'd always been curious about what went on in them. Akari constantly seemed to beg my mother to have them, so I always assumed it was where the juiciest gossip was spread. Or something. I'd have my answer sooner than I anticipated, when I somehow agreed to what was soon to ensue that night. Aww, little makeover.
So what is this stuff?
Concealer. It helps hide your blemishes and cover up the dark spots.
Ah, I see. Just one small question. Did the foundation not already do that?
Doesn't concealer go before foundation usually? I could be totally mixing that up, but
Oh, Shinku.
at least that's how I do it.
Don't tell him he's still got contour, highlighter, and setting powder left before you even start on his eyes. He'll have a conniption.
That's a lot of steps. Ow! Stop that!
Suck it up. Your cuticles are practically overtaking your nails. When was the last time you pushed these back, my dear?
I thought you were just going to be painting them.
And I thought you'd be better at holding still.
Sorry, I just didn't expect you to whip out ancient instruments of torture to do my nails.
Guys can be so dramatic, can't they?
I love Takiko's cute little bunny ear headband. That's really cutesy.
To be fair to him, some of that nail stuff hurts. Yikes! I do not miss it.
It shouldn't hurt if you're doing it right, at least in my experience. Like cuticle pushing and stuff, but
But it's gonna be worth it. He's going to look so cute by the end of this.
Right.
With Chatelle's hairstyling? I'm not too sure.
Lyra is divalicious.
Nah, trust in the process. It's gonna look great. Anyone got any hairspray?
I thought you were just tying it!
Shinku's hair is so short, I don't know how much you could do with it, though.
Dude, it's Bump City up in here. Gotta smooth it out somehow.
What have I gotten myself into?
I'm surprised you're so unfamiliar with all this. Don't you have a sister, Kutsuki?
Ooh, X-nay on the Easter say.
Well, I guess we weren't really all that close to the point she was getting into all of this makeup stuff.
Really? She didn't ask you to help with anything?
I think if she did, I would have been pretty hopeless at it.
Hold still, Shinku. I'm just going to put the blush on now. Is this pink okay?
It's like that one quote that's like, how do you feel? Or like, do you feel bonita? I feel bonita. Wonderful, because you look bonita.
Do I get a choice?
If you ask me, his cheeks are pink enough already. Oh, you stop that! You're the worst!
Takiko and Asuga gossiping in the back is my favorite part of this.
At least he's giving it a go. I doubt any of the other guys will be half as willing. I don't know. Taka's probably used to it for stage makeup and shit.
I think he'd probably enjoy the attention a bit too much. If he got invited, we wouldn't hear the end of it for weeks.
This is probably true, admittedly.
Hey, come on now. Be nice to him. He just gets enthusiastic about this sort of thing. I know. I just don't want him getting on the nerves of the other guys, you know? Besides, I kind of wish we did more girl stuff like this. It's more relaxing when it's just us.
No, Takiko has a point. Considering his last makeup artist helped send him in here, I'm not exactly jumping to give him a makeover.
I'm certain he'd be more reasonable about it than you give him credit for.
Well, I'd much rather give him a makeover than Ezekiel. That would be a nightmare.
Dude, if you tried to bring makeup anywhere within like 6 feet of Zeke, I think it would have an allergic reaction and be like, don't bring that shit near me, that's gay. Like, I can just picture it.
Stop. I'd pay to see that. I'd pay to have him take a shower at this point.
Damn!
I think I'd pay to see him shower.
Okay, Maiko.
Maiko.
Hello? Christ.
We really don't have to share all of our thoughts.
This is true. There are some times where thoughts should maybe stay inside thoughts.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. You guys don't think I'm weird, right? Everyone thinks about it sometimes, right? Right? Guys? Everyone thinks about guys they find attractive in the shower, right? Right?
This
That's normal, isn't it?
This is deafening silence.
I'm not judging, but...
This is bad. I don't want Maiko to feel weird or bad when we're starting to make progress on having her talk to the others again. Please let Shinku blurt out in a panic like, oh yeah, I think about guys in the shower too. I had to do something.
I do it.
Yeah.
It's normal.
There we go. There we go. There we go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Ooh, I had that read.
Oh my gosh!
Stop, don't laugh. Taki, hold me back. Stop, I can't laugh. And don't look at me like that. You're gonna make me laugh. Stop it. See? It's totally normal.
Oh, of course you think about guys in the shower.
That's...
I hadn't exactly realized the implications until it was too late.
This isn't exactly old news. I'm not sure why everyone's so shocked.
Well, I didn't expect him to be so openly enthusiastic about it. Regardless, it's his life. As long as he's not hurting anyone, he can like whoever he wishes to like.
Ismini says, love is love. So true, Queen.
I would, however, perhaps not fantasize about people you personally know in the shop.
So, Maiko, that contour thing. Let's do that.
We continued chatting and hanging out late into the night. By the end of it, I felt like I had several layers of stuff on my face and at least 6 separate knots in my hair. Seeing everyone so happy and relaxed, even when knowing what was to come in the morning, that made it all worth it. I didn't mind being seen as weird or enduring a bit of embarrassment if it meant someone else wouldn't feel entirely alone or isolated. I just hoped I wasn't repeating the same mistakes I made with you. I just hoped if I did everything differently this time, I wouldn't lose anyone like I lost you. I think Ismini was right. Going to the motive announcement like I did definitely wasn't a good idea. My head was burning up a little bit. It was making it hard to sleep. Well, that and the fear of the impending motive. Which is why, in the middle of the night, I made my way over to the infirmary, trying to find some sort of medicine. After taking a few things I thought might help, I made my way back. But as I did, I saw— oh, it's the freaking janitor? I saw a vaguely familiar figure mopping the floors.
Hold on!
It's you! Oh god, what voice did I give this guy? Ugh, Jesus. Ugh, it's you. What's with you and wandering about at this hour? Do you never sleep? Sorry, I didn't mean to. If you're gonna run into me, could you do it in the common room? At least there it's close to your cell. Carrying you back there from here is gonna be a pain. You'd really stand to lose a few pounds. Hey, give me a break. Well, sorry about this, kid, but... Oh, wait, hey, don't knock me out. Hold on. Warden's orders. Can't do much about it. Mono Neko told us about you. You're an ultimate too, aren't you? Was that not obvious? Well, trying to read his name tag. It's K. It's K.A. are his initials. I can't read the first word in red, but the second word in red is asshole. So whoever scribbled it out wrote that, but don't compare me to that talentless warden brat. She's just like the rest of the fools in that stupid movement. Just unskilled nobodies who are jealous others have got it good. This seems to be a touchy subject for him. If I can get him to talk about his talent, I could get some more information. Out of curiosity, what is your talent? I'm the ultimate investor. Oh, so you do like stonks? Yeah. Huh, so you deal with stocks and things like that? Absolutely. I was one of the best in the business, if you couldn't tell already. If it wasn't for that wretched salesman pushing certain products of stocks I dropped just to spite me, I'd have a perfect record. Well, if you ignore my crime as well, but quite frankly, it wasn't really a crime. They all chose to invest. It's their fault if they lost their money. Wait, you know your crime? Mono Neko told us you were meant to be a participant, but I didn't know you were aware of the specifics. Well, yes, that brat reminds me of it constantly. Whenever I mess up, she suddenly starts pulling out all the statistics. So, what is it? Why the hell do you want to know? Well, if you don't think it's that bad, then maybe you're right. Of course I'm right. Every ultimate has a few skeletons in their closet. It's just what you have to do to get that big. People always knew they did. They're just acting like they care now because it gives them an excuse to put on this whole thing and feel like they're morally right. All I did was tell people to invest in Hope's Peak stocks. I just did my job. It's hardly a crime, is it? Sure, I might have known the stock was going down in value due to those ridiculous protests. But how is it my fault people followed my advice and lost money? They were so poor it sent them into debt. They shouldn't have been investing in the first place. Hope's Peak told me to tell people to invest. And who am I to say no to them? They so graciously gave me my title after I bought out a good portion of their stocks. It was just a show of good faith, no? Wait, you got the title of Ultimate Investor by investing in Hope's Peak? Well, yes, but I'm an ultimate. That's what counts. I don't think it should matter how I got my title. More like ultimate nepotism, nepo baby? I don't know. I'll workshop it. It's a shame they couldn't include this guy in the game. He'd really have proven their point about ultimates quicker than any of the rest of us could. Well, if that's what you think. Come on, I'm not the bad guy here. Us ultimates need to stick together. Doesn't matter how we got our title or what we do with it or what we've done. That movement wants us all gone. And without ultimates to guide society, where would it be? Who'd be advancing fields? Who would people look up to? What reason would people have to try and succeed if there's no goal to reach for? Like it or not, ultimates drive society. We live in a society. The world became disillusioned with politics, disillusioned with democracy. Everyone started to feel they had no impact. But we're what drives the public, Shinku. We're the middlemen. We're more touchable than your average politician. We're people, just like them, who just so happen to make it great. As long as the public thinks they can be an ultimate, people will keep moving in society. People will keep trying to reach it. People will think, if I just work hard enough, then I'll be recognized. Then I could make proper change. What do you think would happen if there were no ultimates? There was no hope in ever reaching the top. Everyone thought they'd be stuck with no chance of climbing the class ladder. No one would try. What'd be the point in living if you thought you'd be stuck working the same boring, low-paying, uninspired minimum wage job your whole life? To make art, memories, connections, things you care about and love. Jesus Christ, Shinku. Corny ass response. Huh, don't make me laugh. Society doesn't care about that unless you can market it, sell it, make something off it. Till then, it's just wasting time. It's pointless. Landlords, government, and rent payers don't care how many meaningful memories you have. They care about what you can give to society. Ultimates prove a point to pursuing those things. They make you feel that one day, if you just stick with it, you can make something of it. You could be noticed and become someone notable. Who cares if they won't actually ever get there? As long as people have the illusion they can, they'll be happy. Life will at least be tolerable. But that's not... Think about it, Kutsuki. Don't fall for their shallow arguments. We, the special people, are what keeps society together. Until you realize that, you have no hope of getting out of here alive. Before I could argue back, I felt the mop being swept under my feet once more, knocking me down to the floor. So watch what you say. And it all went black once again. All right, I think that is a good spot to save. And call it a day. Let's go ahead and move on over to chatting real quick. All right, what'd you guys think? How we feeling about the chapter so far? I'm quite enjoying it, I have to say. I really like the motive. That's definitely been the highlight for me so far, in terms of concepts. And I'm sure they'll deliver an execution as well. Because I really like that motive. So I'm very excited to see what gossip, what tea comes out, or what dares end up getting done. Let me think. What were other highlights? I really liked the free time event we did. Both of them, I guess, but I was more so talking about Takiko's. Like I said, I think Antebellum is at its best when it just has characters debate each other in terms of their philosophies. So, very enjoyable when that happens. I feel like it's still too early for me to have much idea on who's gonna go, but I do have, like... I feel like I could, maybe narrow it down to half. Like, let's go down the list. Asuka is, like, mid-tier danger, I think. I think she would only die if it was to, like, push Taka's arc forward, but I just kind of don't think they're gonna go down that route. I feel like, if anything, it might be the other way around, but we'll see. Alora, I don't think is dying. That's not my bias talking. I just think so far in the chapter, she doesn't really tie much into the themes of the chapter yet. I think the people most at risk are the people who are really going to play into the theme of the chapter. At least what I understand the theme of the chapter being. I don't think Fu's gonna die yet, even though he's, like, locked up and stuff. If he does, it's probably Victim, but I don't really think that. I don't think Ismini's gonna die. I think Takiko's at kind of high risk for dying. I think... I go back and forth on Maiko / Molly. On the one hand, I feel like her dying would kind of send Shinku into a spiral. Which I think could be an interesting character study / development thing for him, maybe, but again, I'm not entirely sure if they'd go that direction. Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing... Maybe I'm not missing anybody. There's only 10 people. Lyra and Zeke, that's who I'm missing. Zeke, I don't think Zeke's going. Lyra is probably not... Again, this might just be my bias talking. I could... I don't know. I'm on the fence about Lyra, too, I guess. I feel like, statistically, at least one girl's gotta go this chapter, right? So... I don't know. Well, we're still pretty early in. I'm sure more things will develop, but... we'll figure it out as we go along. What's gonna happen is I will probably do another Antebellum stream same time next week, if all goes according to plan. So I hope to see you all there. It's gonna be it from me, probably. Let's see. Who are our top 3 chatters? At number 3, we have Kenneth. At 2, we have Maddie. And number 1, we have Zol. Thank you guys very much. I always appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's always such a good time. I'm so glad to be back in business, at least a little bit. Thank you for tolerating the minor scuff as well. But, yeah, having a great time with it. So, until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!